Ladies and gentlemen, today is not just another day. It is a divine moment, an opportunity to rise up and speak with authority. Too often, we find ourselves trapped in the noise of doubt, fear, and uncertainty, listening to voices that were never meant to define us. But what if I told you that the most powerful force in your life is not what others say about you, but what you declare over yourself? Words are not just sounds, they are seeds. Every declaration you make has the power to shape your reality. When you speak with faith, you are not just hoping for change, you are commanding it. You are shifting the atmosphere, calling forth things that are unseen, breaking down walls that have stood in your way for too long. Every word we speak is a seed planted in the soil of our lives. Some words take root and flourish, producing strength, hope, and transformation, while others, words of doubt, fear, and insecurity, choke the very dreams we are meant to pursue. The power of words is not just an abstract idea, it is the foundation upon which faith is built. What we declare over ourselves, over our families, and over our future becomes the blueprint for what unfolds. It's easy to believe that our circumstances define us, that the reality we see is the only truth that exists. But what if the words we speak have the power to shift what seems impossible? What if every declaration of faith is like planting a seed in barren ground, trusting that in time, with patience and persistence, something beautiful will break through? The most powerful voices in our lives are not the ones that shout the loudest from the outside. They are the whispers we repeat to ourselves every day. The moment we begin to speak life, declaring strength when we feel weak, hope when we feel weary, and joy when we feel broken, we engage in something greater than positive thinking. We align ourselves with a truth that transcends feelings, a truth that breathes possibility into every dry and weary place. This isn't about ignoring reality or pretending that struggles don't exist. It's about choosing to plant words of faith in the middle of uncertainty. It's about standing in the valley and saying, I will rise. It's about speaking light in the darkness and knowing that the smallest flame can shatter the deepest night. Words have the power to create, to heal, and to restore. And when we speak with conviction, we give our words permission to take root and transform the landscape of our lives. The world will always try to dictate what is possible for you, but your words carry a greater authority. The seeds you plant today with your declarations will determine the harvest you reap tomorrow. So speak with intention, speak with boldness, speak with the kind of faith that refuses to settle for anything less than the extraordinary. Because what you declare today is not just sound, it is creation in motion. There is a moment between belief and reality where doubt tries to creep in, whispering that things will never change. It's in this space, before the breakthrough, before the miracle, before the evidence, that faith speaks the loudest. Faith does not wait for circumstances to align before declaring victory. It does not wait for storms to pass before proclaiming peace. It does not need proof before it believes. Faith speaks first. Too often we hesitate to declare goodness over our lives because we are waiting to feel ready, to see progress, to have reassurance that things will work out. But faith isn't about reacting to what we see, it's about shaping what we cannot yet see. It is standing in the middle of the battle and saying, I am victorious. It is looking at brokenness and declaring, I am whole. It is facing uncertainty and proclaiming, I trust that my path is guided. Faith speaks into existence what the heart already knows is true, even when the eyes cannot yet see it. There is something profoundly brave about speaking life when everything around you seems to contradict it. It requires courage to declare strength when you feel weak, to proclaim abundance when resources are scarce, to claim joy while walking through sorrow. But this is where transformation happens, not in the waiting, not in the hoping, but in the speaking. When you declare truth with conviction, you shift the atmosphere. You align yourself with something greater than your fear. And the words we speak are not just for the present, they are seeds for the future. What you proclaim today will grow into the reality you step into tomorrow. So do not wait to feel ready. Do not wait for external proof. Speak with confidence, declare with certainty. Let your words create a path where none seems to exist. Because faith is not about seeing and then believing. It is about believing so boldly that the world has no choice but to rearrange itself in response. Words are more than just sounds. They are carriers of power, shaping the reality we step into. Every time we speak, we are either reinforcing fear or breathing life into faith. We are either building walls that confine us or tearing down barriers that were never meant to stand in our way. The power of speaking life is not just about optimism. It is about transformation. It is about shifting the atmosphere with the authority of words that align with truth, words that call forth hope, healing, and restoration. There will always be moments when negativity seems louder than faith, when doubt tries to silence the voice of confidence within us. But this is when speaking life matters the most. It's easy to declare strength when you feel strong, to speak of joy when your heart is full, to proclaim victory when you're already standing on the other side of the struggle. But the real power of speaking life is found in the moments when everything around you suggests otherwise. It is in choosing to declare, I am whole, even while walking through brokenness. It is in whispering, I am strong, even when weakness threatens to take over. It is in boldly proclaiming, I am moving forward, even when it feels like you're standing still. Words create. They shift the energy in the room. They have the power to break chains of limitation, to open doors that seemed permanently shut, to make way for miracles in places where hope was once lost. Every time you speak life, you are stepping into alignment with something greater than your fear, greater than your struggles, greater than the temporary setbacks that try to define you. Your words are not powerless echoes. They are declarations that send ripples into the unseen, commanding circumstances to shift and mountains to move. So, speak with intention. Speak with authority. Speak as though your words are the keys to unlocking everything you've been waiting for, because they are. There is a profound shift that happens when we realize we are not just speaking empty words into the air. We are aligning ourselves with promises that were spoken over us long before we ever faced a single challenge. When we declare truth, we are not merely hoping for change. We are stepping into a reality that was designed for us from the beginning. Too often we let circumstances dictate our words, allowing fear, doubt, and insecurity to shape what we say. But what if we chose to speak from a place of faith instead of fear? What if we decided to declare what is already promised rather than what is currently seen? There is something deeply courageous about speaking into the unknown with confidence, about declaring strength before it is felt, about proclaiming victory before it is visible. This isn't about wishful thinking or pretending life is easy. It's about choosing to believe in a truth that is unshakable, even when everything else feels uncertain. It's about understanding that every time you speak life, you are aligning yourself with something greater than your circumstances. You are stepping into the identity you were created for. When we speak with faith, we are not just expressing hope. We are activating promises. We are taking hold of what has already been declared over our lives and refusing to settle for anything less. The words we declare today are not just for this moment. They are paving the way for the future we are meant to step into. Every time we declare healing, restoration, abundance, and peace, we are making room for those things to manifest in our lives. So let your words be bold, let them be fearless, let them rise above the noise of doubt and uncertainty, because when you speak with authority, when you declare what has already been promised, you are not just changing your perspective, you are changing your reality. Words are not just sounds passing through the air. They are powerful forces shaping the world around us. Every declaration carries weight, and when spoken with authority, words have the ability to heal, restore, and transform. Too often, we underestimate the power of what we say, dismissing our own voice as insignificant. But the truth is, our words are not just reactions to life, they are the architects of it. When we speak with conviction, we are not just uttering hopeful phrases, we are shifting realities. We are calling forth things that have yet to be seen, breaking down walls that have stood for too long, and planting seeds that will grow into something greater than we can imagine. There is power in choosing to speak life when everything around us tries to silence hope. There is authority in standing firm and declaring, I am strong, even when weakness tries to take over. There is transformation in proclaiming, I am free, even when chains still feel heavy. The weight of our words is not determined by how loud we speak, but by the faith with which we declare them. The world teaches us to only believe in what we can see, to only trust in what is tangible, but faith moves differently. Faith speaks before the evidence appears. Faith declares abundance in the midst of scarcity, healing in the presence of pain, and peace in the face of chaos. Every time we open our mouths and declare truth, we align ourselves with something greater than the temporary struggles we face. We become participants in our own breakthrough, actively shaping the course of our lives rather than being swept away by circumstances. Our words hold the power to unlock doors, to open paths, and to invite miracles into spaces that once seemed impossible. So speak with courage, speak with clarity, speak with the unwavering belief that your words do not return empty, because when you declare truth, you are not just speaking, you are creating. And what you create with faith will stand unshaken. The world is full of voices, some loud, some subtle, but all competing for space in our minds. Doubt whispers that we're not enough. Fear shouts that we'll never make it. Insecurity lingers, making us question if we truly have what it takes. And if we're not careful, we start to repeat those voices, speaking them over ourselves as if they are truth. But here's the thing, what we speak, we strengthen. If we feed our fear with words of limitation, it will grow. If we water our doubts with negative declarations, they will take root. But if we choose to speak life, to declare truth, even in the presence of uncertainty, we shift the balance of power. Words shape identity. The things we declare over ourselves become the lens through which we see the world. If we constantly say, I'm not good enough, we will find proof everywhere to support that belief. If we say, nothing ever works out for me, we will start living as though that's inevitable. But the opposite is also true. When we say, I am strong, even in moments of weakness, we begin to rise. When we declare, doors are opening for me, even before we see them move, we start walking in expectation rather than fear. Negativity is easy. It doesn't require effort to speak words of doubt. It only takes surrender. But speaking life, that takes courage. It takes strength to declare peace when chaos is swirling around you. It takes faith to proclaim healing when you still feel broken. But this is where transformation begins. Every time you choose to declare truth over your life instead of fear, you take back authority. You stop being a prisoner to uncertainty and step into the freedom of knowing that your words have the power to build, to restore, and to set things in motion. You don't have to be a victim of the voices that try to hold you back. You have the ability to choose what you declare. You have the authority to shift the narrative. So speak boldly, speak intentionally. Let your words be a weapon against doubt and fear. Because when you speak life, you don't just change your mindset, you change your reality. Every word you speak is a blueprint for your future. The declarations you make today are not just sounds passing through the air. They are seeds planted in the soil of tomorrow. What you proclaim with conviction is already shaping the reality you will walk into. Too often we speak from a place of reaction rather than intention. We let circumstances dictate our words instead of using our words to shape our circumstances. But what if we shifted our perspective? What if, instead of describing what is, we started declaring what will be? It is easy to focus on the visible, to speak only about what we can see and feel. When life feels heavy, the natural response is to say, I'm overwhelmed. When doors seem closed, the instinct is to say, nothing ever works out for me. But every time we reinforce those narratives with our words, we give them more power. Instead of declaring limitation, what if we declared possibility? Instead of saying, I don't see a way, what if we proclaimed, a way is being made for me? Instead of saying, I'll never heal, what if we spoke, restoration is coming? The most powerful shifts in life don't begin with circumstances changing, they begin with words changing. You don't have to wait until everything aligns perfectly before you start speaking the future you desire. Speak life into your dreams before they manifest. Speak strength before you feel strong. Speak opportunity before the door opens. Your words are paving the road ahead of you, laying the foundation for what's to come. Nothing spoken in faith is wasted. Every declaration of hope, every proclamation of strength, every word of belief is a step forward, even when you don't see immediate results. The seeds you plant with your words today may take time to grow, but they will produce a harvest. So speak with confidence, knowing that every word is building something unseen. Speak as though your future is already unfolding in your favor, because there is something powerful about speaking light into the darkest moments. It is one thing to declare faith when everything is going well, but it is another to stand in the middle of a storm and proclaim peace. It takes courage to speak hope when everything feels hopeless, to declare strength when weakness is all you feel, to hold on to promises when reality looks nothing like what you expected. But this is where true faith is tested, not in the absence of struggle, but in the decision to speak through it. Life has a way of trying to silence you when you need to speak the most. Pain convinces you to stay quiet. Fear tells you there's no point in declaring victory when all you see is defeat. But faith does not wait for the circumstances to change before speaking. Faith declares in the middle of the battle, I will overcome. Faith proclaims, I am healed even when the symptoms remain. Faith speaks provision when the bank account is empty, joy when the heart is heavy, and breakthrough when the walls seem unmovable. Your voice carries weight, especially in the midst of struggle. When you choose to declare truth in the face of difficulty, you are not just making noise. You are shifting something deep within yourself. You are choosing to rise instead of crumble. You are deciding to believe in something greater than the present struggle. And that decision alone has the power to change everything. Every powerful transformation in history began with someone who refused to be silenced by their circumstances, someone who declared change when change seemed impossible, someone who spoke victory when defeat seemed inevitable. You have that same power. What you declare in the valley will determine the strength you carry when you reach the mountain. So speak boldly, speak with confidence, speak not just because of where you are, but because of where you are going. Because when you declare truth in the middle of the storm, you are already stepping into your victory. There is a boldness that comes when you realize your words have the power to shape your reality. Too often we shrink back, waiting for permission to step into the life we were meant to live. We hesitate to declare victory, afraid that speaking too boldly will make us look foolish if things don't change right away. But boldness is not about arrogance. It is about trust. It is about standing firm in the belief that what you speak in faith is already moving, even if you can't see it yet. There will always be reasons to doubt. There will always be voices, both internal and external, telling you to be cautious, to be realistic, to not get your hopes up. But faith is not about playing it safe. It is about stepping into the unknown with a confidence that defies logic. It is about declaring, I am victorious while still facing the battle. It is about proclaiming, I am more than enough when insecurity tries to convince you otherwise. It is about saying, doors are opening for me, even while you stand in a hallway full of closed ones. The world does not change by people who play small, Mountains do not move for those who whisper their dreams in fear. Breakthrough does not happen for those who hesitate to believe in what's possible. The people who see transformation are the ones who dare to declare it before it arrives. They are the ones who speak with unwavering faith, who refuse to let doubt have the final word. They are the ones who, even in uncertainty, choose to stand tall and say, I know that what I declare will come to pass. Your voice is powerful. Your words carry weight. What you declare is not just an echo into the void, it is a command to the atmosphere. It is a statement of faith that sends ripples into the unseen. So don't hold back. Speak with authority. Speak as though the walls are already crumbling, as though the chains are already breaking, as though the victory is already won. Because it is. The moment you declare it with boldness, you are already stepping into it. There comes a moment in life when we must decide what kind of voice we will have. Will we be passive observers, merely commenting on the things that happen to us, or will we become active participants in shaping our future? Will we let circumstances define our words, or will we use our words to redefine our circumstances? The power to shift the atmosphere of our lives is already within us. It has always been there, waiting for us to recognize it, waiting for us to speak with authority, waiting for us to step into the boldness of faith. Every time we declare truth, we are not just speaking. We are aligning ourselves with something greater than what we see. We are standing in the middle of the unknown and choosing to trust that what we declare in faith will not return empty. We are stepping into a reality that has already been prepared for us, claiming victory before we see it, speaking healing before it manifests, and calling forth breakthrough when everything around us suggests otherwise. There is a sacred boldness in declaring words that seem bigger than our current situation. It requires courage to stand in the midst of struggle and speak abundance. It takes faith to declare peace when chaos surrounds us. It takes resilience to proclaim strength when we feel weak. But this is the essence of anointed prayer. Declaring what is unseen as though it already is. This is where transformation begins, not in waiting for change to happen, but in speaking change into existence. The greatest shifts in history in faith and in personal growth have never started with certainty. They have always started with declaration. They have started with someone bold enough to speak light into darkness, to call forth strength from weakness, to proclaim new beginnings when everything seemed lost. You have that same power within you. You have the ability to declare truth over your life with unwavering confidence. You have the authority to stand firm in your prayers, knowing that your words are not empty, but filled with purpose. So do not shrink back, do not hesitate, do not wait for the perfect moment to speak life into your future. That moment is now. Declare with boldness, speak with confidence. Let your prayers be filled with expectation, because what you proclaim today will shape the reality you walk into tomorrow. And as you continue to declare truth, to stand firm in faith, and to speak with unwavering conviction, know this. Your words are not just being spoken. They are being heard. They are moving mountains. They are shifting realities. And they are bringing to life the promises that have always been yours to claim.